Hi guys, this is Dr. Farjana. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Like always, it's such a pleasure to connect with you. Today I want to talk about how to process pain, how to have a healthy relationship with pain. Yes, I'm saying healthy relationship. So basically, you want to internalize the fact that pain is part of life. Pain is part of life. Yes, it is. It's part of the universe. It's part of the planet, right? Just like blessings are part of the universe, right? Challenges are also part of the universe. And with challenges comes most often pain. So you want to really understand that, hey, pain is part of life. Can't avoid it. I can't pretend like it's not happening. It's part of life. Right? It's part of life. You can't avoid pain. Avoiding pain leads to storing pain, right? So the goal is to not spend your entire life worrying about whether people like you, what people did, what he said, what she didn't say, what he didn't do, what she did, what they did to hurt you. You're going to just increase the suffering in your life if you live in this way, right? So one choice is you can leave the pain inside and continue to live this way, right? Where you struggle with what everybody else is doing and what everybody else is saying and who's triggering you and who's not triggering you. Or the other choice is you can decide that you don't want to spend your entire life like this. You don't want to spend your entire life avoiding the inner pain, right? You just make a decision, right? You'd rather just process it, release it, and let it go. Because again, like I said, it's part of life. It's part of life. So basically, there's another way of living. You could actually live in peace and safety and love, regardless of what's going on, regardless of what other people are doing, regardless of how life is unfolding. You can live in love, peace, and safety and fun, right? And how do you do that? By being just comfortable with whatever happens, being comfortable with how life unfolds, being comfortable with how people's lives are unfolding, right? How colleagues' lives are unfolding, how loved ones' lives are unfolding, being comfortable with it, positive or challenging, because you know that there's greater wisdom behind it. You know why? Because you know there's greater wisdom behind it. You stop fighting life. You stop fighting what people are doing. You stop fighting what people are saying, because those are their actions. That's life's unfolding. It has nothing to do with you, right? Furthermore, you must learn not to be afraid of that pain. A lot of us we're afraid of pain. Physical and just emotional pain. We don't want to deal with it. We don't want to, we're like, whatever. I'm gonna, either we indulge in it or we say, we're in denial. Like, yeah, whatever. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that. So we go to two extremes. But the goal is that you decide that pain is not a problem, right? Pain is not a problem. Pain is, you really, really understand that, hey, pain is part of life and it's not a problem. It's just energy. It's just energy. Pain is just energy passing by, right? So you don't personalize the pain. When things occur, when negative events occur, you process it, you process the pain, and then you release it. You process, relax, release. Process, relax, release. Right? You don't store it anymore. You don't avoid it anymore, because all of that is still storing it, right? So now I'm going to share particular strategies on how to deal with pain when it's precipitated by individuals, be it loved ones, colleagues, random person on the street, right? How do you process that pain? So I'll share the first strategy. Number one, ask yourself as you're engaging with this person, is this person regulated right now, or is this person dysregulated right now? And you'll know if somebody is dysregulated by the way what they're saying, how they're acting. So if they're calling you names, they're cursing excessively, they're saying you are gaslighting them, you are manipulating them. They're not regulated at the moment. They are dysregulated, right? So what you want to do is you want to detach from the conversation, right? You don't want to engage at all. The person will try to engage you, right? But you are going to stay objective. No matter how many times a person tries to hit your ego, do not engage. Do not engage. It will be useless. What's going to happen when you're having a conversation with a dysregulated person at that moment is the conversation is going to be cyclical, it's going to be draining, and it's not going to go anywhere. Okay? Next. When you are about to respond, or you feel like responding, or again, set boundaries. Walk away, leave the room, right? When necessary. But let's say you're in the heat of the moment. As soon as you feel like you want to retaliate, say to yourself, unnecessary negative energy, right? Play the movie, because you know that this is just going to be a cyclical, toxic exchange at this moment, right? Again, you don't have to sit there and take it. You can leave the room, you can leave the house, you can leave the vicinity. But again, do not engage more than you need to. Next, if the toxic exchange already occurred, what can you do? If the toxic exchange already occurred, what can you do? Now, this is the next day or the night, and you're reminded of what happened. Say this to yourself: not my toxicity, not my toxicity. Unnecessary creativity drainage. Breathe in, breathe out, release the exchange. I'll say that again. Not my toxicity, not my toxicity. Unnecessary creativity drainage. Unnecessary creativity drainage. Breathe in, breathe out, release the exchange. Why do you say unnecessary creativity drainage? Because when you start ruminating over this, when you start internalizing it, the subconscious mind will believe that it's still occurring, right? And what's happening is you're blocking good energy. You're decreasing your creative energy. So you want to really release that toxic exchange. You want to feel what happened. Like, yes, I feel really angry because this happened. I feel really drained because this happened, but it's okay. I accept you, and you release it. You release it out of your body. You let it pass through you, right? Reminding yourself that it wasn't your toxicity, right? It was not your toxicity. You don't get fooled or tricked by, their comments of making you feel like it's your fault, right? Again, remind yourself ask yourself, how long has this dynamic existed for this person? And then say, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right? So again, grounding yourself and reminding yourself like, hey, this is not really a me problem. If there is some part in me, I will work on it, but this is not a me problem. And other things that you can do is, if after you speak up, they keep going, leave the vicinity, walk away, ignore, just stop talking. Don't sit by them and just take it, right? Actually leave, as I mentioned. When you do speak up, unconscious individuals who are dysregulated might play the victim, may most likely play the victim, right? Don't get manipulated. They may pretend like they're the good ones doing the right thing and you're just not grateful. Again, just stay objective, right? Next, hold your ground, right? Understand that anytime you confront an individual with certain dynamics, they will always get upset. Anger will always be part of the process, most likely. It will be there. When you confront someone, it will be there. Some type of anger or some type of, oh my goodness, victim me. Also, remind yourself that just because they have problems, they cannot be mean to you. Remind yourself of this, because often if you're a person that's good, very thoughtful and helpful, you always want to help. But remind yourself that just because they're going through things does not give them the right to take it out on you. Doesn't give them the right to lash out on you, right? So remind yourself of that normalize this fact, because often we feel like, oh no, we have to help them, and we start making excuses for individuals. Absolutely not. And and also just saying this, that, hey, if you're going to behave this way, I'm not going to, do certain activities with you. I'm not going to do things with you. If you're going to keep, being mean or being overreacting, right? Next, as I mentioned, don't get tricked when they try to make you like the bad guy. Don't get tricked. Don't question yourself. Don't second guess yourself. Know who you are, what you're about, right? All right, moving forward. Remind yourself that the pain you feel, ask yourself, is it caused by you? Was it caused by you? No, then release it. It's not yours to carry, right? Don't give extremely unconscious individuals so much power. Don't give extremely unconscious individuals so much power. So again, ask yourself, when you start feeling the pain, breathe it in, breathe out, and ask yourself, wait, was it caused by me? No. Then release it. I don't want to carry it. Say that, I don't want to carry it. Then furthermore, remind yourself, it's not your mean action. Other forces are at play, right? There's greater wisdom at play. You're here to see others' lives unfold, right? But not become blindly part of it. Do not become blindly part of it. Others' chaos, others' poor decision-making, others' lack of follow-through don't become part of it. Yes, you could see it unfold, right? But don't become part of it. You can just, don't convolute it and think that it's something that has to do with you. And last, say your instability, indecision, procrastination, and chaos won't ruin my stability. And have that rule of thumb for wherever you are, be it at work, be it at school, be it at home. Your instability, indecision, pressure, procrastination, and chaos won't ruin my stability. So you can continue being who you are, doing the right thing, working hard, relaxing, having a good life, having fun, living in gratitude, right? So these are some techniques that you can use to detach from pain, to process pain, especially caused by other people, right? Or I would say influenced by other people. All right, take care of yourself. You guys are amazing. You rock. I'm proud of you. You got this. You can do this. Take it slow, one day at a time. And sometimes if it's just simple as 1 hour at a time, right? Breathe in. Breathe out. Release it all. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release it all.